My name is Stephen Hawking.
It's American.
Is that a problem?
Eddie Redmayne takes on the role of world-famous Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything. He thought he was ready to play the brilliant physicist who's paralyzed and confined to a wheelchair. Then he had to meet the real man.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. It's a very odd experience when you've spent months and months researching someone and you've read everything, looked at every photograph, seen every bit of documentary material you can, and then you finally get to meet this guy who has become, you know, your sort of complete idol. And then you meet him, and you're like me, and you suffer from verbal diarrhea. And so you basically just spend 20 minutes gushing forth to Stephen Hawking about Stephen Hawking. I'm basically just telling him about himself for 20 minutes. But he was kind enough to let me get away with that, and then I learned a lot from that meeting. It was an extraordinary thing.
Brilliant, Stephen. Superb. Therefore, all there is to say is well done. Or perhaps I should say, to be more precise, well done, Doctor.
Bravo, Stephen.
An extraordinary theory.
Thank you.
So what next?
Prove it. Prove with a single equation that time had a beginning. Wouldn't that be nice, Professor?
He has wit, this amazingly vivacious kind of love of life, and a twinkle in his eyes. He's ridiculously funny, but he's also a complete ladies' man. And in my trailer, I had these 3 images. One was of Albert Einstein, that famous photo of him with his tongue out, you know, crazy hair. That was sort of for Stephen's eccentricity, and then a photograph of a card, the Joker. You know how the Joker puppeteers things, because Stephen has an amazing facility to kind of like to make situations. He will sort of run a situation, and then the third one was James Dean, because there's just something so kind of both iconic but also ladies' man about him, particularly when he was young.
You see how the men's shirt fronts and the bow ties, how they glow more than the women's dresses?
Yes.
Do you know why?
Why?
Tide.
The washing powder.
The fluorescence in the washing powder is caught by the UV light.
Why do you know that?
What did I connect with most? That's a really good question. I suppose I'm a relatively positive person. I try to find like a positive outlook on things. But my God, when you see the way, all the obstacles that were put in his way and the optimism which he managed to find and muster when he was given a death sentence at age 21, I mean, that is incredibly inspiring to me, and it's, I suppose it's what I left the process with, was living each day to the full.
There's laughter and tears as Hawking struggles to overcome his disease and raise a family with Jane Wilde, played by Felicity Jones. Life isn't perfect, and neither was the ending of their 25-year marriage.
Feels like this film for me it's an unconventional love story. It celebrates love in all its, in young love, in passionate love, in familial family love, but as you say, it's not, for me it's an incredibly happy ending, but it's not a Hollywood ending. There's no, and that was important, is that this is a reality.
On the Hollywood Scene with Eddie Redmayne, who gives one of the best performances of the year, I'm Jeannie Wolfe.